they take over.
That's right.
I'll end with that.
There is a statement that's floating around that you can basically convict anybody if you're prosecuted. The state's attorney.
You mean indict?
Right.
You can indict on the
If
hand.
that's the case, what can we do to correct things in Maryland?
Change, make sure that you're in the, oh, I'm sorry.
That's not it. That's enough.
Well, first of all, we have to, as Joe Carter has always said, and strenuously said, is we got to be active with the legislature. When it's time for those laws to come in place, we got to make sure. Look, well, here's one thing, and I'll share. You know, I've had an opportunity to be a part of the transition team, and it's a learning process. But the one thing that I know is Baltimore, if you don't know, we are pivotal. Yeah, Baltimore is pivotal. Most things are coming out of this city. I mean, if you think about it, put it this way, we are so unique in and of ourselves. Come on, man. We are so talented in and of ourselves that if there's any problem going on in any other part of the state, they can look to Baltimore to figure out what went wrong and how to fix it.
That's right.
That's how significant we are. And so we have to begin to appreciate and love that uniqueness about this city. And stop letting carpetbaggers come from outside telling us what to do and what things we have to really begin to deal with that. But back to Larry's point, when you're talking about you can get an indictment just that easy, it means we got to demand prove it. Exactly. We got to go down to Annapolis and make sure that they've got the appropriate legislation in place to challenge that. Because we know those of us in number easily flow through that system.
Another thing that we need to do, we got a new state's attorney coming out, and she's going to have an awesome task in front of her. There's going to be more incidents of police misconduct and police violence. And the litmus test for her as a prosecutor is going to be how she deals with these situations when they arise.
That's right.
And if she doesn't handle them properly, which I don't know, I'm not going to opine on that one way or another. I hope that she does the right thing, because if she doesn't, we got somebody who can do the job. Even if she can't do it on her own, she must have the good judgment and prudence to assign it to a special prosecutor. And
does she have the jurisdiction to do that?
absolutely.
Yeah,
She does. She could deputize one of us to prosecute. Don't deputize me. She can deputize. Yes. To answer your question, the answer to your question is yes. She can assign a special prosecutor, and someone who's worked their weight, who's worked their mettle, who has an interest in preserving the rule of law and going after offenders and repeat offenders of police brutality, police murders, police assaults, and police violence.
She has the authority to do
that. She wouldn't do that.
No, she wouldn't do it.
The opposite side of her, I guess.
I would submit to add on to what Brother Wendell has just said. I think it goes beyond that, because Miss Maryland is incidental. Not Maryland, but the new state attorney is incidental. In essence, 40 years from now, she won't be there. Prayerfully, hopefully she may still be living, and maybe she will be. But the point is, what happens in that period of time once, we need a law that suggests that there will be special oversight in whenever there's an issue concerning police brutality. We take it out of the hands of the state attorney. Because here's what you're asking the state attorney, the top cop, to do. You're saying, be a fighter. Right? You're saying be a fighter and use your most powerful right hand, which is that's your powerful punch. You're saying take that powerful punch away from me, or in some kind of way just limit it. So cut a couple of your fingers off and still get with the same punch. That's what you're asking them to do. You're saying fight with the police, which is your main power source. That's what you use as your main power. That's your power punch right there, State's attorney. That's how you win your cases. You use the police department to win your cases. So now we're asking you to cut a part of that up and still fight with it.
Right.
They're not going to do that. How do you expect a fighter to harm his own power punch, to take something from himself, to then still fight with this? They're not going to do that. So we're foolish if we sit in this room and we can sit and strategize all day long and expect that Maryland or any one state attorney or attorney general is going to take and change something. We have to get the legislature to suggest that it is. brutality case, whether it's a federal case, a federal law, or state law. That's what needs to happen.
We've got exactly 30 minutes, and then we have to be vacated. So I'm going to take 2 questions. Yes, sir.
My name is Kenny. How you doing?
Brother Kenny.
I heard that the Justice Department was invited into Baltimore. Have the Justice Department ever wanted to speak to you guys about what your side, because you deal with a lot of cases, and have they reached out to you to find out what's really going on in the city, or is this Justice Department thing is just
let me put it this way, and I'll just share one of my own cases that I'm dealing with right now. They knew what was going on before I even got wind from them. They'd already been watching. They said we were waiting for when we were going to get a call, because we've been watching this situation. They are fully aware of what's going on. And until see, the thing is, if we stop this hype of, you call it, ain't gonna make a difference. If you do it over and over, it's like your child. Can I have some? Can I have some? Can I have some? Eventually, you're gonna get tired and deal with it, right? Well, it's the same thing with us. Eventually, you keep calling, you keep making reports, you keep documenting, they will deal with it. They knew what was going on before that call finally came, because I got frustrated. I had to go to a prosecutor and say, a top prosecutor, the prosecutor for a jurisdiction, say, we got a problem. You're not doing anything with this. And as soon as I called DOJ, we were waiting for the call.
But let's understand something. The Justice Department came into Baltimore under a very, very limited situation. They didn't come in to investigate.
Right.
If you look at what the deal was, Commissioner Box has an acquaintance and a friend who was very close in the investigations when he was Commissioner elsewhere. And he and that Justice Department official are very, very tight. Now, let's look at something else too. The chairman or the head of the Justice Department in the Civil Rights Division, formerly head, was a Mr. Perez that came out of the O'Malley administration. So Maryland has always had, in my opinion, a built-in exemption or a pass. And so what is happening in Maryland is not the same type of investigation that's happening in other jurisdictions. Something is wrong and something is funny in Maryland because they should have been in here 10 years ago before Ferguson or any of this stuff.
Right.
Thank you.
My question is, why do we allow, no pun intended, national leaders to manipulate process? We keep saying from Ferguson to Fast Street, those who are conscious know that what happened in Ferguson, they got our condolence, but there's not the magnitude of police, we say brutality, to change the language, to say police crime, police corruption, we need to maximize it through the language, to scholars like you get the information, the evidence, and etc. They are pimping us.
That's right.
Because one of the things that you said as a younger person, we need, and not talking about them, whatever expertise we have, we need to transcend it to our young people and stop pointing fingers at them that they don't know about the civil rights, because you older folks ain't taught them, ain't passed those cards, and you indict them because they don't know.
Larry.
Yes, sir.
Carlton, many times, even on Larry's show, our show, we get telephone calls from our listenership, and you guys can't always pro bono. I mean, we understand that. But a lot of the public don't understand that there is a Black Lawyers Association. Now, I don't know who the president is now. I know you did great work there when you were in, and some others. But who is the president, and is there anything that the public can do to maybe bring the Black Lawyers Association into the public arena, which some of these folk can get some help from some of the lawyers that they don't know, like you, Dwight, and Brother Neville, Brother Jones, who are out there fighting the fight. But there's some other Black lawyers out there, and there's an association like that. I'm president of the Black Funeral Directors Association, and I know the Black Law Association is there. And can you enlighten us on that a little bit, please?
The Black Lawyers Lawyers Association in Baltimore is the Monument City Bar Association, founded in part by Honorable Thurgood Marshall in 1935. I'm a past president of Monument City Bar Association, and under my administration, it was important to me to be able to reach back into the community and elevate the profile of the association, because I thought that was something that we did so little of. And since my administration, I don't know if the enthusiasm and emphasis has been placed upon that as of lately. I do know that they like to do a little happy hours, which is one of the
Well, it's
problems.
the process of integration again.
Well, that's been my criticism of the Bar Association, and perhaps unfairly, because you know, people do things.
But isn't that answer a lie? And again, I hate to be out of order, but again, J. Wendell Gordon is my lawyer. Pick a person, make them a millionaire, and then you wouldn't have to worry about association. You go to J. Wendell and say, write a check. If we don't have money, it's because we still are talking. I don't have money, but I have money. And what I do, I raise my level of consciousness and I direct it to J. Wendell Gordon. Even if I got to go on a payment plan, I am not going to go in court. And I know somebody like J. Wendell Gordon ain't going to get locked up. You just told me I got to save myself. I use Warren Brown. I use Warren Brown for a traffic ticket. And he didn't call me and say, you use me for a traffic ticket? Yes, because we got to tighten up, guys.
Right.
We got to go with solutions. And like you said, we're here for solutions. My only problem again is that we know a lot of people. You guys got to tighten up so we can tighten up.
Well, this is what I wanted to say in response to Carlton's question. We all do this stuff pro bono. We're talking every week. And I'm not the only one. Russell, nor Greg, nor Dwight are the only ones who do this. Is part of our passion. This is
But
what
you don't
we
have to. That's what I'm saying. But you guys do not
But we
have
do.
to.
But we do.
Guys, hold up, we got 5 other folks, we haven't had their 5 minutes. And we still gotta get out of here at 9:30. So with all due respect, I'm gonna pull up. Thank you very much.